Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us today from different parts of the world. I'm very excited to welcome you all to our live international live stream. Before we move further, I would like to mention that it's an interactive stream, so you can always, if you have any question, you feel free to drop it into our chat, and I will try to answer them after the stream. My name is Yasmin, and I'm international officer at De Montfort University.
And my name is Aisha Kadir. I'm international officer at De Montfort University as well.
So we do have our lovely students who are going to join us today as well. So please feel free to introduce yourselves.
Hello everyone, my name is Harshvedi. I'm a second year undergraduate computer science student.
Hello everyone, my name is Mehdi and I'm a first year medical science student and I'm from Morocco.
Hi everyone, my name is Jiawei. I'm a third year advertising and marketing communication student.
Hey guys, I'm Shreyashi. I'm a design student who's studying masters at DMU and I'm from India. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So I think Aisha will be leaving us by the end of the introduction session. So I'm going to start with you at the beginning. So we will go through the session today. Thank you again for joining us today. Now let's start the session with all the information that you need about DMU. So, De Montfort University is based in Leicester in the heart of England. Let's talk about living in Leicester. Leicester truly has it all, with fantastic shops, bar, and restaurant just a stone throw away from campus. Leicester is an ideal place for all students to be there. It's not just us saying it. Leicester has earned the title of the third most vibrant city in the UK, surpassing Bristol, Edinburgh, Leeds, and even London. Top cities vibrancy report in 2022. According to the latest students living index by NatWest, Leicester is among the top of most affordable cities in the UK, considering cost of food, rent, and fun. So join us in Leicester. Join us in Leicester City, and you can see how much we offer. You can imagine it's just right at your doorstep. So, a city with links. Leicester's strategically central location ensures seamless connections to major cities in the UK. I'm talking about cities like Birmingham, Nottingham, Sheffield, and London. It's just 1 hour away by train maximum. Our students can enjoy and convenient to travel with a lot of options. Additionally, it's easy access to airports for both domestic and international travel, which is facilitated by both coach and train services. Leicester truly serves as well as connected hub for exploration and travel. City-based campus. Our campus is incredibly convenient, just a 5-minute stroll from the heart of Leicester City. This Promex City open up a plethora of activities for all of our students to relish, ranging from shopping to sport and music, nightlife, theater, film, and comedy. It's a vibrant blend of opportunities right at their doorstep. Diversity. Leicester boasts a wealth of cultural richness, and it's celebrated for diversity, creating a sense that the word is right at your doorstep. Just minutes away from our campus, you will find one of the UK most diverse streets. According to 2011. UK census, Leicester had the highest proportion of people from ethnic minority group of any city in England and Wales. Moreover, the city hosts one of the grandest Diwali celebrations outside India, held in the iconic Golden Mile, adorned with numerous traditional Indian jewelry shops, boutiques, and restaurants. With a long history of embracing diverse ethnic communities and religious faiths, Leicester is an inclusive city that warmly welcomes people from all walks of life. We're just going to play a video showcasing that Leicester means, what does it mean to one of our alumni.
Leicester will be our next station call in approximately 10 minutes' time.
My name is Aminata. When I first came to Leicester, I was just 18 years old. As soon as I came out of the station and into the city for the first time, I just got this sense that I'm home. Which is strange because I'd grown up in Bexley Heath and all I'd known is London. But here, there were people who looked and sounded just like me. And there was also something else, something really, really special. There was space for me here. Felt visible. People really listened to me. People like the director, who I met at the Curve Cafe by absolute accident, but gave me my first big break. And the radio station, who once had me as a guest and later gave me a job. And the theatre, who put on my work and gave me an audience. Leicester is a big city, no question. It's got shops after shops after shops. It's home to big businesses and major employers. If you want to go out to eat, go for a drink with some friends, you can do that. Leicester's a vibe. Heritage, culture, and a great sense of community. Leicester will give you all that. But most of all, it's a city that will give you a chance. So take it.
So let's talk about lovely campus at DMU. So DMU is known as its vibrant and modern campus, providing a dynamic learning environment for students. Here are some key aspects of DMU campus. City center locations. DMU campus is suited in the heart of Leicester, making it quite easy and accessible to surrounding by the city amenities and cultural offerings. State-of-the-art facilities. The university boasts modern and well-equipped facilities, including cutting-edge laboratories, libraries, and technology-enabled classrooms to enhance the learning experience. Cultural diversity. Reflecting Leicester's diverse community, DMU embraces cultural inclusivity. The campus hosts various events and activities that celebrate diversity and promote global prospects. Green spaces. Despite being in the city center, DMU provides green spaces and outdoor areas for students to relax and socialize inside the campus. Student support service. DMU is committed to the well-being of its students, offering a range of support services, including academic assistance, career guidance, and mental health resources. Engaging students' life. The campus offers a vibrant student life with numerous clubs, societies, and events. This fosters a sense of community and provides opportunities for students to engage outside of their academic studies.
Right, so that was a short video to give you a flavor of the campus. Now I'm going to discuss the teaching and learning for the students studying at De Montfort University. We have recently introduced the innovative course structure known as Education 2030. At DMU, our aim is to support each student in achieving their goals. And to facilitate this, we have introduced groundbreaking structure known as Education 2030, and it is focused on the block teaching where students are given one module at a time to study rather than juggling with other several modules at a time. This approach allows both teaching and assessment to occur within the same semester, enabling academics to provide prompt feedback through regularly spaced assessments. This innovative approach has garnered positive feedback from the inaugural cohort of the student this year, and we have received a very positive feedback from our students who have gone through the block teaching model. 93% of current first year of the undergraduate students expressing that they are enjoying studying one module at one time. It allows them to balance out their social and studies life easily. We do have a short video that will give you an in-depth understanding of Education 2030.
I am a much more confident student right now.
I feel very structured and organised with my work.
Faster feedback helps a lot. You get the points where you went wrong, and then the next time you do the assignment, you can improve on them.
The DMU community is definitely a big thing because you're studying with the same people every single day. It doesn't differ. So I met my best friends on the first day, and now we live together.
So block teaching has given me the time to be able to have a work-life balance.
Block teaching is focused teaching and learning, greatly designed around students' needs. Block teaching gives me the opportunity to engage with students beyond their teaching and learning, in that pastoral support role.
Block teaching is a structure of teaching we have here at DMU. It's student focused, so whereby we teach one project at a time, one sort of area of focus at a time.
Block teaching leaves you with much more free time to do a lot of additional learning and self-study. So yes, I have much more motivation and time to dive deeper into the course content.
Really nice thing is you get to follow a student's journey completely through a project.
Helps build a better class environment. We like to all collaborate with each other, work in group work for projects, where we can bounce off each other's ideas.
Because of the immersive nature of what we do, the activities that we have during the seminars allow students to communicate naturally.
I believe that it increases my knowledge, confidence, and it helps me to be concentrated on the particular module instead of 2 or 3 in the same time.
It feels a lot easier to focus on it because you can sort of throw yourself into it completely, you don't have any distractions or any other sort of deadlines.
I've definitely felt like I've been able to make a stronger connection with my lecturers.
Even when you're in class or outside of class, you're constantly talking about the work and really engaging.
So whenever we have any questions, we don't feel shy to ask them. So it's very easy to connect with the tutors and our friends. For a long time with the same people, we become like a family.
Right, so I'll be talking about different facilities for the students at DMU now. We have several spaces for the students to access around the campus. We have 24/7 library and various other spaces with the computers and study areas within individual faculty buildings. We also offer tech and software support to those who need it from our in-house IT support team. Skills development opportunities ranging from maths to LinkedIn support from our careers and employability teams. Students can access desktops at library or lend a laptop for 2 to 3 hours from the library if needed for their projects and assignments. So we're here to support our students in any way we can. We also offer 100+ societies and clubs through Student Union, and students can join them and discover their hobbies and meet like-minded people. Leicester is known as a hub for the sports lover, so it stands for a genuine sporting heaven, proudly hosting renowned Premier League football club, Leicester City 10 times rugby union champions, Leicester Tigers, and the dynamic basketball team. Sports enthusiasts here are truly spoiled for choice with such a very array of sporting events and teams to support. Finally, I'm going to talk about Healthy DMU, which is our student support and well-being service. We understand that university life and moving to a new country can be busy and tiring, and it's quite difficult to find a balance. That can be a challenge sometimes for the international students to take care of themselves and making time for yourself as well. So it's very important that we keep you healthy at the Mokfa University. We look after your physical and mental health well-being with mindfulness and well-being activities and workshop. We do have health and mental well-being support team available on campus, so you can contact them anytime you feel like you need it, ranging from physical sports classes to online material to help your mental well-being. It's a great opportunity to make friends outside your country from different parts of the world. Coming to live in a new country, coming to live in a new country is often exciting, and through at first it may be confusing and even stressful. New students may feel under pressure to adapt to a new country, new culture, and new student life at the MU. iBuddies are here to help you, new international students, meet fellow DMU students from all around the world and settle their life into the Leicester. As a student at DMU, you're able to join our diverse societies where you can discover different hobbies and make new friends as well. Now I'll be handing over this session to Lucia from Career Team, who is going to talk about the career services and support services that we have for our graduates and current students as well.
Thank you very much for that intro, and good morning or afternoon, everyone, depending on where you are joining us in the world. I will be talking to you about what sort of career support we can offer if you choose DMU as your go-to university. So let's hope that you do. And I've got a few slides to walk you through. Now, I know that I'm going to be sharing with you quite a lot of information. So I think at some point you're going to be seeing my email popping on screen. Obviously, feel free to ask any questions that you want throughout the presentation. But if we don't get time to do so, or you're shy to put them on the comments and you would rather address me, feel free to pop me an email and I'll be more than happy to come back to you. So with that in mind, that's my email that you can see on screen. Let's begin by saying, who am I? So as I said, I am a career team member. I am specifically dedicated for postgraduate support, but I am not the only one across the university. There are 54 other members with me. So if you join DMU, you know that you're going to be fully supported because there is an army of us. We are here to do several things, and I'll walk you through them shortly. But it goes anything from your applications, your interviews, whether you want to have wider career plans, whether you want to understand what it is like working in the UK. All of those we can help you with. I also host, as do my colleagues, weekly appointments. So we offer quite a lot, unlimited amount of them actually. So you will be able to come and sit with us in those 30-minute appointments. And as I said, my email is on screen. So if you've got any questions for the session today, please feel free to reach out to me. Now, I always say that we kind of help you with three buckets, three things. The number one is, where will your study take you? Part of that obviously will be solved by the degrees that you're studying in itself, because you're going to gain all that knowledge. But we are here to help you understand what are the different paths that lay ahead for you after you complete your studies. Number two is ensuring that you are gathering the knowledge that you're going to need in the workplace. So that's why all of our degrees are designed for industry. We work with industry body advisors as well, just to make sure that whatever it is that our lecturers or our academic team is teaching you is going to be something that you're going to put to use in the workplace. And number three, part of our job from a careers perspective is that we also work with employers to ensure that you're prepared. And that goes for point number 2, ensuring that your knowledge is going to be put to use, but also it is our job to speak to them and understand what's happening in the workplace today. What are the trends? What sort of skills, strengths are needed? What sort of characteristics they are after, as well as, you know, an understanding of how the market is moving. So that's what we can offer from a careers perspective. Now, in doing so, we have gathered the recognition from the industry. And this slide is here not to brag about what we do, but truly to showcase that we are a truly passionate team that cares about you, that we care about your goals, we care about your career pathways. And we are lucky enough that that has been recognized by the industry. Only this year, we've picked up 2 of the most sought after or well recognized awards in the industry. So Rate My Placement said that DMU is best university for work experience. We were the winners of that. We recently, as of last month, we won as Higher Education Careers and Employability team from the Target Jobs. So it really is to show that we are passionate, we care, and it is just the cherry on top that the industry is rewarding us with those awards as well, in recognition of how much we care about you. Now, we do offer 8 key services across the board. Number 1, which you've heard me just teasing, is the coaching, advice and guidance on a one-on-one basis. So those are unlimited appointments that you're going to be able to have with us, career advisors and coaches. And in these appointments, you basically can talk about whatever you need. I've had students that come and want to talk to me because they've got no clue where they want to go. They are very happy with the degree that they are studying, but they are not quite sure where that can take them. So it is my job to kind of, chat with them and figure out what that path could look like. I've helped students with application reviews, mock interviews, career plans, goal setting, but also part of what we do is actually work with you on that one-on-one basis to truly understand what is it that makes you unique, so that you can stand out in this process. And for some of you international students, what we also help with is understanding that UK labor marketplace. So what does it take to get your career started here in the UK, get to understand the workplace etiquette. So anything really. Point number 7, whatever you need to discuss on a one-on-one appointment, we are here for you. And as I said, unlimited numbers that you can take. So book on as soon as you join the DMU is what I'll say, and have those conversations with us, because we are more than happy to walk you through the process. Second thing that we've got is a startup and entrepreneurship team. They are called DMU Mate. They recently rebranded. And this is our enterprise team. They offer startup advice and support to get your own business started, if that's something that you're thinking of. They also can help you, because I know that some of you sitting here might be thinking, oh, I'm not too sure, Lucia, if I want to start my own business. But what I would say is that we're seeing a trend whereby companies are looking more and more for this entrepreneurial mindset, these entrepreneurship skills. So whether you're thinking of setting up your own business or not, this is a great team to be in touch with, because they can help you leverage those skills, which you're going to be using at work later on. Other than that, they also put together a plethora of events, networking sessions, workshops, boot camps, competitions, master classes. If you're curious to hear what else they do or how they do it, you are more than welcome to check the website that you've got on screen and understand, what else they can do for you. As I said at the beginning, our job is to make sure that we are in touch with employers, but more importantly is to make sure that you guys are in touch with employers. And as such, we put together a plethora of events to facilitate this, from training workshops, networking events, to one of our most iconic events, which is the Careers Fair. Last year, I think we had thousands of people in attendance, hundreds of employers with actual job offers on the table, actively recruiting to join the teams. So it is one that is going to take place in October. So if you're around, if you're joining DMU, that is the first thing that I will encourage you to do. Come and see careers, and then come and join the careers fair. But just to give you a sense of the number of things that we can do, last academic year, 2022-2023, we put together over 700 careers events, all of which you will be able to book through our internal portal called My Gateway. You're going to see that reference across the board on the presentation. So you're going to have a plethora of opportunities to engage with like-minded people, people who are in business, employers, employees, over 700 that year. We also offer an Inside Edge mentoring program. Now, I don't know whether you have had the opportunity to join a mentoring program before, but the one that Andy Morris, who is the one that leads Inside Edge Mentors, has put together is second to none. You heard me saying that we were a team of passionate individuals. Andy takes the winning prize for passion. And what he has created is this truly unique opportunity to connect you with the people who are already in industry. They are already doing the job that you want to do, and they have offered to guide you and mentor you in the process of joining that. So if you can think how it would be, or what would it mean to be with, to be paired or be working with someone who is already doing what you want to do, who has the connections, who is dedicating the time to show you all the tricks and help you take that first step as you look at joining the workplace, it really is of invaluable value. And that is something that, Andy offers through his scheme, and he's open to all DMU students. I know for sure that when I'm working with international students, getting those early connections started, it is one of the most challenging and harder things to do. So just to have this program to do it for you, it really is something that money can't buy. We also know that whilst you're studying with us, some of you would be looking at either having a side income to help you in your, in your living in Leicester. But some of you would just want to get that, working practice in motion. So we offer a number of part-time and graduate job opportunities to help with that. We've got an in-house recruiting specialist, which is Unitems. Unitems specializes in part-time jobs, but they also have graduate opportunities. Some of our courses, they also offer industry placements. So this is where you're going to take a year out to work in industry and then come back and complete your studies. We also have graduate job boards, including My Gateway. So we do have some offers that are exclusive for us at DMU. We post them at My Gateway. If you are international students, we also have a partnership in place with Student Circus, which is an online platform dedicated to offering jobs in the UK that come with a skilled worker sponsorship. So as you can imagine, very sought after. And then if you're a student with us through the duration of this opportunity, we also have Front Runners, which is a paid part-time internship with us at DMU that you can combine with your studies, and it will be, paid internship with us. Now, we also have international dedicated support. So we offer specialist workshops and event series for these students, which can be anything from an introduction to the UK labour market, how to apply in the UK, the visas explained. Student Circus, which you've heard me about, they also come and do some webinars to show you the platform and how to make the most of it. We also have alumni panels, all of which you can book through My Gateway, as I said, our internal portal. But we also have online support. So we've got Work Skills Hub that includes tools like CV 360, which is a platform where you can just upload your CV. It'll give you comments on the formatting, but also will be reviewed by one of us at the careers team. So you'll have content and formatting feedback. You can take self-assessments. You can practice video interviews, psychometric tests. There will be also a range of webinars that we're going to be hosting. You could also do the online, the appointments that I was talking about, the one-on-one at the beginning. You can do them online. But also want to draw your attention to 2 brand new things that we've introduced this academic year. So the number one is UK Career Ready, which is the program that you can see on screen. That walks you through the pillars, the basics of starting your career in the UK. So that's something that you can do, get access to the minute that you receive your confirmation letter from the university saying that, yes, you've been accepted. We can give you access to that and you can start learning all the basics so that when you can come and join us here in the UK, you're ready to have those really useful conversations with us in careers. And then with the Student Circus, we've also created a Career Readiness Handbook. So that walks you through, again, all the pillars, all the basics, links to tools and resources to start creating all your assets from the offset. So again, those 2 things you can get access to the minute you get your confirmation letter saying that, yes, you're going to be part of the MU. And then a couple of other things. So brand new Careers Hub is only 1 year old. So we opened this in March last year, and it is a dedicated space where you can just come anytime between 10 and 3, every day open to have a conversation with us, career staff members. We will, 1 or 2 of us will always be there, but we also have career coaches, and those are our student ambassadors that will be offering peer-to-peer advice, 4 of them every day in the Careers Hub. But also, the hub also houses the state-of-the-art virtual reality equipment called Body Swaps that, amongst many things, can help you with interview practice. So if you've booked an interview or you haven't had one in a while or ever before, you can book in an appointment to test this VR set, put it on, test that interview, and feel far more confident and ready to get that interview booked. Just a side note, we are one of the very few colleges and universities across the globe that have this system. There's only 106 of us. So if you chose to join the MU, this will be a very unique opportunity that you would get if you were to join us, because not everybody has it. And then I know that I'm talking to you about joining us and all the things that we can do for you whilst you are with us at DMU. But one of the things that our students are concerned, especially as they are nearing the end of the studies, is what happens after. So this is a quick shout to say that even if you've completed your studies, you're graduated, we will still be here for you. DMU for Life, it is our platform dedicated to alumni. And the same support that I've walked you through today, you will still have access to through our team at DMU for Life. They also offer job opportunities for graduate roles, so higher income, internships. They will be sharing career news, events, networking with the alumni community, so that you feel that we will be supporting you, and we are supporting you even after you've graduated. I've had students that come to see us 10 years on, and I have career appointments with them. So we truly are there for you every step of the way. Now, I know that, I've put quite a lot of information out here for you. So that is a quick recap of the key services that we offer. If you have any questions, please, I'm more than happy to take them. I'm here. But if you don't, I'll be more than happy to address them on email if that's what you need. So thank you very much for joining us today. And hopefully see you walking down the hallways.
Thank you very much, Lucia. That was really, really helpful. And I'm quite pleased to get to know the amount of support that we have at DMU Careers team, and also the huge opportunities for students, making me feel like I'm going to do another degree.
Come and see me.
Yeah. So, so basically, I'm not sure if we have any questions at the moment. Seems that we don't really have any questions. If anyone have questions, please pop into the chat, and then we will be able to answer your questions. So if someone wants, for example, to ask how can I contact the careers team for support and advice, How would you direct them, please, Lucia?
So it's super easy. If they are on campus, they can literally just walk into the careers hub that I mentioned, open every day, 10 till 3. They are more than welcome to have a chat with our career coaches. They will point them or put them in touch with whoever it is in the team that is better suited to help them, and they can book appointments directly with them. So that probably is the easiest, quickest way to get it solved. If they are online, we have, careers at dmu.ac.uk, so they can just pop an email there, and one of us in the team will pick up the request and always come back to them. If they're already a DMU student, My Gateway is the best place to do that, not only because it's the plethora of resources that we've got in there, but they can book the appointments, they can book the events, and they can just ping us a quick email through that as well.
Okay, perfect. Sounds great. So any tips on what the students should be considering with regards to the career while they're applying to DMU?
So I would say it's because a lot of students, when they join us, and I understand this, right? The first few weeks is a bit of a whirlwind, like what's happening, where am I?
Yeah, quite
totally fine.
Yeah.
But I would say after you've settled, even if you are not entirely sure of what's happening, where you are, just come and say hi. Because it doesn't hurt to get those careers conversations early on. There's a plethora of things that we can help in the background. Like, what are the sorts of things that you should be looking at building to put on your CV, the skills, the strengths, where you can get work experience. And we've just seen that the students that kind of engage with us early on and continue the journey with us, then they start gaining confidence, resilience, all traits that are going to be needed in that job hunting later on. So even if it's to have like a quick chat, that would be my first recommendation. Come and see us, have a quick chat with us on careers, and then we can just take it from there.
Yeah. So thank you very much for this, Lucia. I just have another question popped into the chat. What kind of part-time jobs we get in DMU?
So we don't get you a job as such, and it is important to flag this because in the UK, I know, because of the different backgrounds, we don't get you a job, and no university in the UK can do that for you. What we can do is help and support you in the process of applying to those jobs so that, as I said, your confidence, your resilience, your skills are showing up, and your uniqueness stands out to increase your chances of getting that job. So that's number one. In saying that, as I said, we've got, for example, Unitems, which is our in-house recruiters. They do have part-time jobs on offer. So you will be more than welcome to apply through them, for example, and we can help support with things like CV building, what to write, give you links to different websites that are going to help you with the writing in itself, provide a few templates so you can get started, and then have that discussion to say, okay, if you are booking an interview, here's how we can help you. Let's figure out what sort of questions they can ask you, what would be the possible responses that you can offer.
Yeah, I guess it's difficult to get this anybody's job. It's gonna be your Excel. You need to be the one who's gonna get to the interview, get shortlisted, and then probably pass it. But I really appreciate the huge support that you provide to students. Thank you very much for this, Lucia. It was really great to have you here with us today. Thanks a lot.
No worries. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you. So it was really great to see the huge support that we provide at DMU Careers team. So I think now it's the time to have Q&A session with our students who've joined us today. So please welcome back.
Hello.
Hi. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi there.
Hello.
Thanks for waiting, and welcome back to the chat. So let's start our Q&A sessions. Just to remind everyone is on live at the moment, please note we are not able to answer any specific questions regarding your application. So if you have any questions about your applications, please contact admissions@dmu.ac.uk and they will pick up directly with you. So I have a question for you guys. Let's start with Mehdi. What made you decide that DMU was the right university for you?
Yeah, well, first of all, I would say the course that offers for me, they offer the 3-year course undergrad medical science, which will help me to apply for further study PhD or something like that in science. And also the diversity that we have here at the DMU, there's students from all different backgrounds, and you can connect with everyone, and it's good for networking to see new cultures and all this sort of things. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
why.
Yeah, you're right. DMU is quite vibrant as its university, and the campus is quite lovely and welcome with all cultures. So what about you, JY?
Okay, so for me, there's like three main reasons I select DMU as my first choice. So first of all is the course content. I'm currently doing the advertising and marketing communications as I'm because kind of like my career goal is to work in an agency in the creative industry, and I feel like this is like really aligned with like what I'm trying to do after I finish uni, and I was what I want to do in like a long term. And after checking the course structure on the website, DMU website, I feel like, oh, this is like something I really want to do. And the second reason is about the location, because as you mentioned, and briefly, just like did like a short description, like how diverse, vibrant Leicester is, and Leicester is in the Midlands. So it's quite close to other big cities like Birmingham, Nottingham, and it's like only like 1 hour train to London. It's like super convenient. And the third reason is that consider for the cost of living. So living in Leicester is actually quite affordable. And for me, because I'm currently living in a student accommodation, and I do have like friends who studying in London. I feel like I save so much living in Leicester.
Yeah, I guess it's quite affordable for students to be in Leicester in terms of cost or rent or even food. Thank you very much for this. What about you, Shreya?
So for me personally, it was the course structure first of all, and I am doing masters here at DMU, which is design centric. But before doing my master's, I already had some work experience for about 2 years as a UI UX designer. So I wanted a university where after completing the course, I do have some career support so that I am not left hanging, and I know exactly how to approach career opportunities in a new country. So when I read about DMU that they have a award-winning careers team, I definitely thought I should go for it. And at the same time, Leicester is more affordable than London. And they also had like great scholarship opportunities for international students. They were offering 20% off, and they also had more scholarship opportunities if we were accepting the offer at a specific time. So that helped me save a lot of tuition fees because I was self sponsoring my tuition. And yeah, like DMU has great facilities as well. It has a great library. The building, which is for design, which is Vijay Patel, it's also award-winning building with great workshops. So I think yeah, I had my pros and cons, and I think I had more pros to join DMU, so that's why I decided to come here.
Yeah, interesting. What about you, Harish?
So for me, I was looking for the course structure and teaching method of the university. So where I found that De Montfort University is specifically aligning with my career goals, because I wanted to be a software engineer with some good knowledge of programming skills. So I choose to do computer science course, and where I also found that De Montfort University uses block teaching methods, which is really interesting. Which is like you just study one module at a time instead of like juggling to study several module at once, which is really stress living because you don't you don't need to learn several modules at a time, and you also finish the exam for a specific module first, and then you move forward to the next module. So it's really good for me as a student, so as I don't feel so much stressed. And not only that, the course is really equally divided between the practical and theory session, which is the best thing. So we get the hands-on experience, and even we get the theory session. So yeah, this is this for me.
Thank you very much. I guess the Education 2030, which is the block teaching, really helping a lot of students, and the feedback were quite good for the first year. So thank you very much for answering that question. I think I have a couple of questions in the chat. So I have a question. What are the weather conditions in Leicester during September and October? Will you be talking about this, Mehdi, please?
Yeah, this is very specific questions. It depends on the weather. But
So
here in the UK, it's mostly raining, and we had a bit
not
of sun
mostly.
last week.
Don't scare our students, not mostly. But yeah, I guess it's quite cloudy conditions in the UK. Yeah.
The UK is a bit unpredictable when it comes to weather. It can rain, it can be sunny, or it can just snow one day and you might even not know.
But like when you're studying here at DM campus specifically, you get to see all of the weathers, and it's really enjoying when you're coming from the like different country, you get to see a different weather situation. So it's really enjoyable. Yeah.
And in terms of like September and October, I reckon that's the autumn season, and autumn is actually the best season in the UK because compared to the rest of months is more steady and is like a less rain, and the view is super beautiful.
Yeah. So we have another question. What is the classroom size? How many students will be in the classroom, especially for business students? And what's the maximum size? Well, we don't really need to talk about exactly business, but you're just gonna, because it's a really big faculty. But I'll pass it to you, Shreya. Sorry. What do you think?
From my experience, when I look at when I speak to students from different specialism, I've seen that it can range between 20 students to 40, in between 40. So it really depends what course you've taken up and how, I mean, how many students are opting for it at the moment. But yeah, it can range between 20 to 40. I mean, that's from my experience, but you guys can add what you think.
Yeah, what do you think, El Mehdi? Sorry.
Yeah. So when I was doing foundation year, we were 20 of us in one class, and the room was very small. But when I moved to my first year here at DMU, now we study more than 200 in one whole big lecture theater. And yeah, it depends on the course. If you're doing pharmacy or something, health, life science, you'll be having more students. If you're doing a very small course like footwear design, not many people apply to it. You will be studying just 20. So it depends on the course.
Yeah, I think you have 200 students when it's cross-elective, like when there are multiple subject specialisms are studying a specific elective together. That's when you have 200 or 100 plus students. But usually, if you talk about one specific course, there are not more than 30 or 40 is what I've seen.
Yeah. What about you, Harish? Sorry.
So to add up to that point, so we have lectures and we have some seminar session. So seminars are usually taken in the lecture theaters, which are having capacity of 200 to 200 to 250 people. So most of the groups will sit together, but in the practical session we have, we are divided between 20 groups of students. So you're divided in the practical session, but in the lectures you get to see all of the students, you get to
Yeah.
sit with all of them. Yeah.
Thank you very much. So that was for computer science lectures. What about you, JY?
Same as you. We got lectures and seminars, but I'm a third year student, and the rest of the student ambassadors that are doing the block teaching. So I feel like they're more like stick with their cohort. But for us, like for each seminar, we got like different groups so that we can communicate and interact with different students, like we're doing the same course. So it's like quite good then.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah. Well, I guess it's a quite it depends really on what you're studying anyway, and also if it's a seminar, if it's a lecture, theater, you sometimes be with different people from different students from different subjects as well. That gathering in the same lecture theater. Thank you very much for answering that question. I think we have another question for you. So, any advice any advice to any of our viewers who are thinking about studying with us and why they should be considering choosing DMU? So, pass to you, Shreya.
Yeah, so I think I covered most of it in when I answered the question why exactly I chose the MU. So I think one thing that really stands out is the block teaching, which I think a lot of other universities are not offering. Students are juggling between different modules and electives, and everything is going parallelly, and they don't know what to focus on. So I think block teaching really stands out for me, where you can only focus on a specific subject at a time and complete it with all your dedication. And if you have any doubts, just like speak to your faculty, and you don't have to be everywhere in at a specific time. So that's one thing. And at the same time, we have great placements and career support. And Leicester is a great place to live in, and it's pretty safe as compared to London. So I think that should be one of the reasons why you should go for the MU.
Thank you very much. Thank you. What about you, JY?
So I feel like so first of all, as an international student, I receive in almost like support from the MU staff and the local students from day one. And as we got like a brilliant careers team, and we got like the new build the career hub, which is open 5 days a week. And also business students, we just had got a new Bloomberg trading room. So this is like some kind of like very new technology, and you can really like put what you learned from like theory to practice. And besides that, I feel like there's lots of students clubs, societies, and lots of like events going on within the uni. Either you wanted to be more like socializing or like more focusing your like academic study. You got your own choices. And if you even want to like to start your own business, we got the DMU made entrepreneurship team to support you. And also we got like the student events, and also there's like some kind of like interaction, the communication opportunities between university. And also when I check the comments and the students ask like, do you have like job placements? Yes, like as undergraduate, you got opportunities like to do a whole year placement, and you can finish your placement after 12 months and then finish your final year. And you also got opportunities like to do like a year abroad. I got several friends who's currently doing a year abroad in South Korea, and was like quite wonderful experience for them. So I feel like this is like something that really stands out, and it's like what made you to choose like DMU.
Yeah, thank you very much for this. I think you covered a question that been asked in the group chat, which is, do you have job placements? So thank you very much for answering this as well. What about you, Mehdi? Why do you think what made students choosing DMU?
Well, I would say there's a lot of universities that offers same course in the UK, not just the UK, in other countries. But DMU comes with the different aspects of help that they offer, like student support, mental help, all the clubs and societies that they have. There's more than 200 clubs and societies that people can join. For example, if you are from a specific country, if you're from India and you want to meet Indian people and you want to network with people, you can join Indian society. If you're Arab and you want to join Arabic society, you can join it. And if you want to also start your own society, you just have to have an idea and then apply and then they will accept your idea. Yeah, I think the different help that offers for students. That's why they.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Yeah, I think the social part of your student's life, it's quite important as
Yeah.
well. It's just to keep your mental health going on. Thank you very much for answering that question. What do you think from your perspective, Harish, why the student should be considering DMU?
So like for me, most of my colleagues have covered all of the topics, but for me personally, like the careers team here at DMU is really helpful. They really help you to work on your CV. They really help you preparing for the interviews. They have like mock interview sessions, so they really prepare for the industry, and the course itself is also preparing for the industry. So you get to see the hands-on experience of the industry. Also, not only that, we have good community here at DMU. So we have DMU Student Union, where we can join some DMU societies. Just like me, I have joined DMU Media Society. So every weekend, like we have socials. So we get together, and we have socials and we have parties. So we socialize ourselves every weekend, and that's really important. So I think DMU is a good place to study. I really recommend everyone.
Thank you very much. Thanks for answering that question. So we have a question in the chat. I do believe it's regarding the academic support and how friendly the academics at DMU. So once the class is done, but still, if we have queries regarding the subject, can we go ahead and still clarify our doubts after the class? How friendly are the professors at DMU? So if I pass this to you, Shreya, can you please answer that question, and then I'll pass it to the rest of the colleagues, please.
Yeah, sure. So for me personally, I feel everybody is very approachable, and me being a student who always has like 10,000 questions, everybody has been very patient with me. And a lot of times faculties also share their WhatsApp number with you, so you can reach out to them anytime. And if you send them an email, they're ready to connect with you even online, or maybe just book a tutorial with them in person, and they might just meet you if you are facing issues with your lecture, with your subject, or whatever assignment you're working on. So yeah, like everybody has been very approachable for me personally, and you can ask them questions during the class, after the class. You can meet them in between the week, or maybe just book a Zoom session or a team session with them. And yeah, they're very patient with us and always ready to help.
Thank you very much. What about you, Harish?
So once the class is done, yeah, you get to meet faculties and you can ask question if you have. And if you like, whenever even if you don't ask question at that time, you have the professor's emails. You can contact them, and you can even book an advice session, which is really at the library. So you can just book your place, and you can meet the tutors itself if you have specific doubts. I had doubts with the maths, so I booked some maths session with my colleagues in the Kimberlin library. So in the library, I just booked session, and I got my doubts solved there. So it's really easy to ask the doubts there, and they are really helpful and supportive. The DMU's academic team, yeah.
Thank you very much. What's your thoughts on this, Mehdi, please?
Yeah, so if I have any questions regarding my course, I would go to the learning zone, and there's a discussion board, and ask a question there, and the tutor answered the question. Or if I need that urgently, I would email my personal tutor. So in university, every students have their own personal tutor that they can speak with about their future plans, their career, or any questions regarding the course. That's how I approach.
Thank you. Thank you very much. What about you, JY?
Yeah, I feel like I've received so much help from my lecturer and my seminary tutors, and they're really willing to answer your questions. And you feel like, oh, I really don't have like a big appointment with them to have like a face-to-face one. You can do it like even like remotely, or even just like drop them an email, and I assume they'll reply quite quickly. Also, as an international student, I reckon that you can receive additional help, which is like each week you've got the assignment drop-in session. As for students, there's one on the ground floor, and there's like a reception at the Ball US building. And if you feel like, oh, there's something I'm not sure, like where to find my tutor's office, you can always like refer to them.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you very much. Thanks. So we have another question in the chat. Would the students advise living on campus accommodation or close to the campus? I'm not sure if you guys been in the accommodation, but I do believe like at least at the DMU campus, we do have a quite variety of options of accommodations, and it's just literally few minutes walking into the campus. So what about you, Ashreya, please?
So I am living in a student accommodation. It's not part of the university halls because I started looking for accommodation pretty late when everything was booked. So my accommodation is private, but it's still like walking distance from the university. It just takes me 2 minutes to like reach TMU walking. So even if students are not able to find student halls, but usually there's always availability if you book in advance. And the MU has a lot of options which are part of their student halls. But at the same time, there are a lot of private accommodations like IQ and Glassworks, which are literally walking distance from the university. I might suggest going for a student accommodation rather than going for a private a private flat or something at the moment while you're studying, because when you're in a student accommodation you need to manage few things like all the utility bills are included, electricity, water, etc., and you don't have to like take care of your council bill. So it's better to like actually go for a student accommodation rather than a flat. But if you have more friends and you want to go for a flat scenario, I don't think that will be an issue.
Yes, thank you very much. What about you, JY?
As a first year student, you are guaranteed for a uni accommodation. Back to my first year, I was living quite close to the main campus. I live in accommodation. It's called New Wolf Hall, and that was, I can't recall, it's about like 99 quids per week. But now I'm currently living in another student accommodation, which is just like 5 minutes walk from the main campus. And I've recognized the DMU campus actually located in a super good location. So you can definitely find a lot of accommodation that affordable and close to the main campus.
Yeah, thank you very much. What about you, Mehdi?
Yeah, I would say that there's more than 12 accommodations around campus, but you also get to live in a flat if you wish. I personally live in a student accommodations. It's very close to the campus, and it's with the £95 per week. Uh, it depends on how much you want to pay. So you can live in a studio. It's with £160. It depends on your budget. Yeah, but I choose accommodations rather than going living in a flat.
Thank you. What about you, Harish?
So, as my colleague Mandy said, that it's all about the cheaper options. So we shouldn't find some cheaper option. So whatever you find convenient for yourself, you can book it. But I recommend being on campus because it's really just like 5 minutes or 10 minute walk from the campus, and most of the accommodation they are literally like 10 minute walk from the DMU campus itself. So even if you book any any accommodation, it's really easy to get to the campus. So yeah.
Yeah, thank you very much for this. I guess living in the UK must sometimes no should be a bit expensive anyway. So if you rather save a living cost, especially with paying pills and everything, so to do it with student accommodation rather than going to private. But I do advise the students to apply for their student accommodation a bit early and then don't turn up late, and then they will struggle with accommodations. Thank you very, very much for this. Let's move to the course content and the quality. How did you find, because I do see that you are from different faculties. So how was the course content for you, Mehdi, if you've been doing medical sciences so far?
It was quite not challenging but different. When first on my foundation year, when I did my foundation year at DMUIC, we started to learn English. We did 3 modules called the AAP. So we got all the skills we need to pass to DMU. So like writing, scientific writing, referencing, and all the English skills that you need. After that, it just become easier uh, uh, if you keep consistent studying. You will 100% pass the modules even with first class.
Yeah. What about you, Harish? I think you've done computer science. Yeah.
Yeah, so
How
for me, like,
you rate your quality of the course, the quality of the course and the content and
yeah, so for me, like when I was coming here to the UK for my course, I was really stressed up because I knew about the programming languages. But like when I started the course here at DMU, it's really easy because they teach you from the foundation itself. So from the very beginning itself, they taught me every programming languages, and it's really easy. The tutors are very supportive, so you get to ask every question to them. If you have any question regarding your assignments, and most of the marks are like really depends upon the assignment work, and rest of them are like on the face test we do. So it's really easy to study at DMU, and we get to even if you like you study really well and you focus on your examination very well, you prepare for yourself, so you'll definitely get first class easily.
thank you. Thank you very much. What about you, Shreya? I think you've done masters in design and aviation and
Yeah. Yes. So, I mean, if you're coming for a master's course here, it's going to shift a little bit from hands-on to research, and you might have to be good at academic writing. So that was one change for me when I actually joined DMU, but I was prepared for it because I applied to DMU for that reason. I wanted to go for a research-centric course. So when you're introduced to academic writing, it's not similar to how you usually write your essays and go about making your presentations. The wordings are different, and you have to learn a lot about citing references and etc. But the best thing is we do have support for academic writing in our library, as well as our tutors help us. So if anybody is facing issues with academic writing, they can book sessions with tutors, and people who want to help, they can also book one-on-one session with Kimberlin Library, and they'll be helped through it. So it's a very good way to learn something new if you want to do PhD in future and want to go for a master's course right now. So yeah, I mean that is one good thing that I was able to learn at DMU.
thank you very much. What about you, JY, in terms of
Uh,
advertising and marketing communications course?
Yeah, so my course is a 3-year course. So the first year is more about to lay the foundation, and from the first year, the tutor gonna lead you through the journey. So first year we is more about the theory based, and all the coursework was based on all the knowledges. And the second year is more like we step into like the practitioner. So in my second year, actually, we did a kind of like a campaign, and it was partnership with the Coventry local authority, and we were designing kind of like a real life campaign for them. So this is like something I learned a lot from that. And my third year is more about like your personal growth. So we've got like kind of like two options. One is are they kind of do a dissertation, just like select any topic you're currently like interested in, or you can do it's called like a creative proposal. Is you kind of like create a brand, and you uh, kind of like say the brand's CEO, and you're gonna do the like presentation and giving the idea of the whole brand, how it's gonna carry out the work. So for me, I feel like I'm more satisfied with like doing and more confident with doing the academic writing. So I did the dissertation, and throughout the journey, they will assign you a supervisor help you to develop your dissertation and how to like work out with your experiment. So I feel like you've been supported along the way. So there's not much to worry about as long as you follow the tutor and the lecturer's instruction. You'll be good.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So I have a question. How easy was to make friends at DMU? So what about your experience, Harish?
So it was really easy to make friends here, specifically at DMU. When I first came in, on my very first day, I met my course mates. So I made them friends. One more thing, like we have societies, so which is really helpful for students if they want to make new friends. They can really join societies here. We have DMU Indian Society for the Indian community. We have different societies like sports societies. We have media society, which I've joined. So you get to meet new people every time, and every time you come on the campus, you have some of the parties going, some of the social things going, so you can meet people. Even in the societies, as I mentioned earlier, we have socials every weekend, so you can meet new people who like recently joined the society. So yeah, DMU society, DMU student union is a really good place to like make friends there.
Yeah, thank you very much for this. What about you, Maddie?
Yeah, I made my friends through the site that I joined, and also the gym I was going. I was going to the DMU Queens building gym, and I met one friend. Now he's my classmate, and I found out that he's studying in the same class as me. Yeah, I think just through sports, and also you can make friends through group presentations. If you have a presentation and you need to be in a group, they just assign you with some people, and then you get to know them. I think, yeah, it's easier with the help that you get from the MU to make friends.
Thank you very much for this. What about your experience, Shreya?
So it can be a bit subjective. So when you come here for a master's course, you usually have like 2 classes or 3 classes a week, so you don't have much time with your batchmates. So I would suggest everyone to actually like take out time and do spend more time with your batchmates to actually be able to make new friends. And at the same time, student accommodation also helps you make new friends because you'll have more people around you, and you might just be sharing a kitchen with them if you take an ensuite accommodation where you have a room to yourself but you're sharing public spaces. So I mean, that's a good way to actually make friends and also join whatever events are happening on campus. And if you're working as a student ambassador here, you meet other ambassadors and you end up making friends. So I just suggest that be part of more, social events, and that's the way to go about it.
Thank you, thank you. What about you, JY? I think you have the most interesting subject to make more friends as well. So, how easy was it to make friends at DMU?
I feel like it's quite easy for you to make friends, and DMU actually helped a lot because in terms of if you want to make international friends, there's like a lot of just like a domestic trip offers to the international students. So you can not only like travel but also like make friends through the journey. Also, if you want to like make some like domestic friends was or like UK local friends, and there's like lots of opportunities. So, for example, you can we definitely have like kind of like group work together. So this is like one way we do like a report, and second is start the student groups. So for me, in my first year, I joined the DMU Ranger Society, and in my second year, I joined the DMU Jiu-Jitsu Club. So in my second year, I've not only make friends with DMU students, but also friends also at uni, because there's like communication opportunities like between University of Leicester and DMU University through a event is called Varsity. Now, hopefully, if you join DMU later, now you can experience such a huge sport event between the two main Leicester universities. So there's lots of things going on here, and you can always find like-minded people and make friends with them.
Yeah, I agree. Leicester is a really good call for sports anyway. We're famous with so many clubs here as well. So that will give another channel just to make friends too. So I have another question in the group chat. I'm going to ask it to you, JY. So out of curiosity, what's the examination period like?
So for me, because I'm not doing the block teaching, and all my kind of like exam is more like coursework based. So each year, each year we got 6 module, and each module I basically got like 2 assignments, and each assignment's like equivalent weight. So I treat every assignment as some kind of like an exam. So it really trains you the time management skills, like you have to prioritize so which things to go first. Sometimes you really have to prioritize your academic study before your socialized life, and especially when I'm in my third year, when I'm doing my dissertation. So I actually dedicate a lot of my time to working in the library and having meetings with my supervisor. I feel like it really was that because I really gained a lot of like knowledge, and it's really trained me a better person throughout the journey, and I really pick up a lot of things. So because you going to university, the top thing for you is about to study, is about to get the degree. So we may have like some time, we definitely have some time like to relax and enjoy our life, but don't forget like study is always like something that always put in the first.
Yeah, thank you very much. Let's just get the question moved to Harish as well, because you mentioned the Education 2030, which is the block teaching. What's your answer to this question?
So like for the specific question, examination really depends upon the course to course. And for the course I'm doing, the computer science, we have mostly the courseworks and portfolio for the examination. So you submit the assignments. We have some portfolios where you make some cool websites, you program your application. So it's a really easy examination here. And sometimes we have some phase tests, which is really on the online, which is on the learning zone, which is online, and it's just like multiple choice question. So it really depends upon the course to course. But like for me, weightage is like 40% of our examination are phase tests, which is I mentioned like online examination, and 60% them are our coursework, which we need to submit digitally. Yeah.
Thank you very much for answering this question. So we got both feedbacks from block teaching and also normal examination time. So I have another question in the group chat. In international business management, we have 6 modules. Do we have 6 different professors for each module, or is it only one professor assigned to the entire course? I'm just going to pass this question to you, Mehdi. You don't really have to relay to business and management, just talk about your normal course with all the modules that you've been having so far. Was it separate academics, or were they are the same, or how many academics did you have in each module?
Yeah, so far throughout the 2 years I've been here in DMU, it's been just usually one module for one professor or one doctor, and the professor have to present lectures, do the seminars, and also answer any questions if you have any questions. Usually in the team there's different professors and a whole teaching group that make sure every student is getting right education. And yeah, so each professor for one professor for each module.
Thank you very much. What about you, Shreya?
Usually there are different tutors for different modules, but sometimes you end up having the same tutor for a module which might be similar to the previous one that you've done. But there are always guest lecturers which are adding more value to every module. So yeah, like there's always somebody new to learn from. So yeah.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thanks for answering that question. Anyway, it's really important for all the viewers to have a look into our website and follow all subjects with each modules, and you can definitely find a lot of information on our website, on our webpage, of course. So I think there is another question which I believe obviously, do you guys get your job? I don't believe you got your jobs yet because you're still doing your studies, but I'm not sure if JY, you mentioned you've done your placement. So would you be able to talk about that and how was the process in getting the placement, and was it useful for you? Just share us your experience, please. Thank you.
Sorry, to clarify, I didn't do a placement. I did an internship, but one of my friends, she's currently doing a placement. So the difference between like placement and internship is like placement, you're going for the whole year, and then you experience maybe like 12 months about like the real life work, and then you come back do such year and finish your study. And internship, it can be in like your winter holiday, your summer holiday, and usually be 4 weeks to 12 weeks long. So in my second year, I did my summer internship, which is 10 weeks long, and was in the bank. I was doing the commercial banking internship, and that was like quite long selection process. So from the very beginning, you submit your CV, and then after the CV screening, you will receive like an online test. So it will be like numerical test or like a psychological test, like personality test. And once you pass that, you've been going to next stage, which will be like an video interview. So it will be like to test like, are you the right candidates for them? Are you resonate with them, your personal attitude and your capabilities and other kind of like transferable skills. And if you pass that one, they will invite you to the final stage, which will be an assessment center. And nowadays, most assessment center will be in person. But back to my second year, because just there was like just finished the COVID, so we were taking place online. So assessment center will usually taking place like a whole day. So usually start with like group work, so kind of like a group discussion, and then a one-to-one interview, and then like kind of like a mock client meeting. So that's like pretty much everything. And if you really want to do like a placement year, you probably have like to prepare at the very beginning of your second year. And then because I'm currently in my third year, I got my graduate role because I successfully finished my internship and they did it really well, and they really want to keep me at the company. So they offer me kind of like called a return offer, so which is I'm gonna start my graduate role in this September. Yeah. So I feel like if you really want to get a job, it's quite easy for you to get one.
Thank you. Thank you very much for sharing this experience with our viewers. So we have another question from the audience. Let me just scroll. There is a question about how can I connect to international business management students who are currently pursuing. So basically, you just need to go onto our webpage. You will definitely go to the international business management course, and then you will find on the website there will be a link to connect you with our students who are pursuing their studies for business and management currently at DMU. So that's just to answer that question. And we have another question. I do believe, firstly, I apologize for asking a personal question. Do we have South Indian cuisines in Leicester? I do believe we do. So I'll just ask the question to Shreya.
Yes, we do. I haven't been to those places, but I'm aware they exist. And there's one literally walking distance from my accommodation, which is in the city center, right in front of the High Cross, which is a very famous mall here. So yeah, we do have South Indian places. Actually, we have all cuisines available mostly.
Thank you very much. Thanks for answering that question. I think that's it, really. I'm not sure I think we covered most of the questions that been asked within the chat. So I would definitely advise any students who have any question or any applicant who have any questions just to direct your applications questions into admissions at dmu.ac.uk. And if you need to connect with one of our students or any ambassadors or even alumni, please direct yourself to our webpage and you will find all the answers there. So thank you very much for everyone who joined us today. Honestly, it's a pleasure here to host you with our live stream today. Thank you very much for all of you, and good luck with your studies. Good luck with your future opportunities, and thanks a lot for the audience who joined us today. It was quite a pleasure to have you here. So thank you very much. So I will just be closing. I'll just be closing our live stream now. So thank you very much for everyone. Thanks.